you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope y'all had a great day. Any day above ground is a great day. This is another edition of Today in Proverbs. Proverbs is the one book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. 31 chapters in Proverbs. And when they're not 31 days, keep reading till you catch up. And it will show you how to live today. That's why I like Proverbs. If you're a wicked person, it'll show you where you're headed. If you're a righteous person, it'll show you what to expect. Okay? So keep your mind open. And let's get through and get this done. So since today is the 18th, we will start on the 18th chapter of Proverbs. Let me make sure this is coming through. I always got to do a little check here. This picture that you see behind me. Check here. Yeah, it's coming through. This picture that you see behind this is the check here. Yeah, it's coming. That's the setup. That was the setup for Trump's inauguration this year that got canceled because it was too cold. And I didn't know that the area was black. Nobody stopped me. So I just walked back there, and it was another lady walking. I said, "She back here. Hey, can you take this picture?" She said, "Sure." And as I'm walking out, the Capitol Hill police came and said, "I'm sorry, sir, but this is a restricted area, and you're gonna have to leave right now." But I got my picture, so you know, I'm glad. I see you. Bye. I got what I want. But anyway, let's pray and get into the word. Father, I thank you for another day around your word. Speak through my mind, speak through my heart, and speak through my lips with wisdom and understanding, that I may precisely articulate this word to pierce the hearing, the vision, and the hearts of your children, so that we may live the righteous lifestyle that you have ordained. Gino, you're the first one up in here today. Us to live. Amen. All right? So now I'm going between the New King James Version and the Message Bible, okay, to try to give you some kind of a contrast so that you can see what it's talking about. And, really, if you look at all of the Bibles in the world, they all got some kind of similarities, okay? They all got some kind of a similarity. So that means that, this is a lifestyle that we're talking about. And this is what Proverbs is going to do. It's going to teach you either how to live a good lifestyle, or it will show you the consequences of living the wrong lifestyle. Okay, that's what Proverbs is going to show you. You ain't got to guess and wonder 2,000 years ago. Man, this is today, 2026. It'll show you. And some of y'all going to see yourself, your parents, your children, your co-workers, your neighbors. You're going to see them all. Okay? It's impossible for you to go through this and not be able to relate, not to be able to have seen that particular situation. Okay? So let's get started. Chapter 18, New King James Version. A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment. A man who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment. Do that sound like the president to you? Don't need nobody? You know? I mean, I really, and I'm not throwing any stuff, but don't that sound like Trump? Listen, he who isolates himself seeks his own desire. He rages against all wise judgment. In the Message Bible, it says loners care only for themselves, spit on the common good. See, this is a person that's selfish that they talking about. And some of that might be y'all. This might be talking about some of y'all. Verse 2, a fool has no delight in understanding, but in expressing his own heart. A fool has no delight in understanding, but in expressing his own heart. The Message Bible says, fools care for nothing for thoughtful discourse. All they do is run off at the mouth. Why? Because they want to be the center of attention. When you find a person that is constantly talking, they want to be the center of attention. That's their MO. They won't shut up because they want to be the center of everybody's attention. Verse 3, when the wicked comes, contempt comes also, and with dishonor comes reproach. All right, one of the things I like to do is to give you some definitions as well. So let's look up the definition of contempt. Contempt. Contempt is an intense feeling of dislike, disdain, or scorn towards someone or something. Contempt, an intense feeling of dislike, disdain, or scorn towards someone or something. And it says, when the wicked comes, contempt comes also. And with dishonor comes reproach. Let me look up the definition, give you the definition of reproach. Reproach. To express sharp disapproval, criticism, or disappointment to someone, often with the intent to shame or blame them for a fault. All right? In the Message Bible, it says, when wickedness arrives, shame's not far behind. Contempt for life is contemptible. See, when the wicked arrives, shame ain't far behind. And these are the fruit of that kind of a person. When they come on the scene, here come trouble. Just that simple. When the wicked come on the scene, man, trouble coming with them. I mean, you can put that in, you can take that to the bank. Verse 4, the words of a man's mouth are deep waters. The wellspring of wisdom is a flowing brook. The words of a man's mouth are deep waters. The wellspring of wisdom is a flowing brook. Okay? In the Message Bible, it says, many words rush along like rivers in flood, but deep wisdom flows up from artesian springs. And when you get that deep wisdom, that's the wisdom that's going to come out of you. Okay? That's the wisdom that's coming out of here. And that's is when you speak to somebody from your heart, they feel that. I mean, they get it. You touch them when you can speak from your heart. Verse 5, it's not good to show partiality to the wicked or to overthrow the righteous in judgment. In the Message Bible, it says it's not right to go easy on the guilty or to come down hard on the innocent. And you can see that today in some of the situations in our country. You can see this, okay? It's not right to go easy on the guilty or to come down hard on the innocent. Man, look at some of the people that then got pardons. And a lot of them then ended right back up in jail. A lot of the people Trump have pardoned right back in jail right now. Verse 6, a fool's lip enter into contention, and his mouth call for blows. Let's look up that definition of contention. Now, again, I don't want to insult anybody intelligent, but I also don't want to assume everybody knows the definition of what I'm talking about, okay? Contentions, arguments, claims, or assertions typically presented in debates or legal context to support a position. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth call for blows. In the Message Bible, it says, the words of a fool start fights. Do him a favor and gag him. Okay? The words of a fool starts fights. And sometimes those fights are among family and friends that a fool starts. That's why you got to be careful who you're hanging around. Okay? I don't care how long you've been knowing them. I don't care what they've done for you. See, some folk are just good for you for what they can get. They and it's a one way, it's just a win situation. They're around you just so whatever they can get, they ain't giving. It's not a two-way street, it's a one-way street for a lot of people. That's why when you come into your wealthy place, best to keep your mouth closed. Because everybody and their mama are going to be trying to hit you up for a favor. And when you was broke, they wouldn't even pay you no mind. But now that they know you got something, oh man, the sob stories are coming. Verse 7, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips of the snare of his soul. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips of the snare of his soul. In the Message Bible, it says, fools are undone by their big mouths. Their souls are crushed by their words. Because see, that foolish person can't keep nothing to themselves. That's why you got to be careful about what you're revealing about yourself around people. Because a lot of folk will take the information that they have for you and hold that over your head to try to manipulate some control. See, that's how they control and influence you with the stuff that they're holding over their heads. All right? Verse 8. The words of a talebearer are like tasty trifles, and they go down into the inmost body. The Message Bible say, listening to gossip is like eating cheap candy. Do you really want junk like that in your belly? You see that gossiping person wants to be known as the person that everybody know. You know, when I first came to DC 51 years ago, you talk to a person and they drop a lot of names. Man, you ever been in a conversation with a person and boy, they drop names. I mean, they be dropping names like this. And it took me 30 years to figure out why people drop so many names. The reason they do is because they want to appear to be known. See, when a person got a lot of gossip, they want to appear to be known. You can turn on. Well, I don't. I haven't listened to the radio. I don't. All them morning shows. I don't pay no attention to that stuff, man. I don't even waste my time listening to them. But when you do, when you do, that person that wants to be known, and you go back and you ask them, ask some of them people that they done dropped in, man, who? I don't know them. They want to be known. And that is what a gossiping person do. They want to be known. Okay? And like I was saying, you can listen. Back in the day, I mean, I used to listen to WKYS, Donnie Simpson, in the morning, and he had this guy that would come on special segment that would just talk about gossip. You know, that would just talk about what's going on, giving people the latest gossip. And my grandmama always taught me, baby, if a dog will carry a bone, he will bring one. And that same person that's gossiping to you about somebody else is going to gossip about you to somebody else. See, that's what it means when a dog carry a bone, he'll bring a bone. Or when he bring a bone, he'll carry a bone. That same person that is delivering all the gossip about other folk behind your back, they'll gossip about you. And I bet you, I got 12 people up in here. Y'all, some of y'all done had that experience in your life. Verse 9, he who is slothful in his work is a brother to him who is a great destroyer. He who is slothful in his work is a brother to him who is a great destroyer. Let me look up that definition of slothful. Slothful. Someone lazy, sluggish, or disinclined to work. Slothful. Somebody lazy, sluggish, or disinclined to work. You got a lot of people out there, and believe it or not, see, for some reason, the slothful people are always good in bed. them jokers on top of they sex game, boy, because they ain't trying to do no work. That is as hard as they gonna work. I'm telling ladies, can I get an amen? In the Message Bible, it says slack habits and sloppy work are bad as vandalism. Listen, slack habits and sloppy work are as bad as vandalism. Verse 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. See, when you live a righteous lifestyle, man, you got a refuge. All of this stuff that they're predicting that's gonna happen in America, we're gonna have a recession, the currency gonna collapse. And man, if you're a righteous person, God gonna take care of you. God is gonna take care of you. Wait a minute. Let me read this to you. This is the 91st Psalm. I'm going to start at verse 7. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. When you live a righteous lifestyle, man, you can call on God and he gonna answer. But when God is trying to rebuke you and correct you and you don't want to listen, let me show you what happened. Okay? This is Proverbs chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 22. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? For scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour my spirit out on you. I will make my words known to you. Because I have called and you refuse, I've stretched out my hand and no one regarded. Because you disdain all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes. When your terror comes like a storm and your destruction comes like a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, then They will call upon me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. And man, I'm telling you, when the stuff hit the fan, you're going to have people who call themselves Christians that are going to be calling on God, and he ain't going to answer because now it's too late. See, because you was out there doing any and everything you wanted to do when things were good. Now that your destruction is coming, God ain't there for you. I don't care how much you confess the name of Jesus. He ain't going to be there for you. Okay? Hold on here, y'all. Okay. In the Message Bible, it says God's name is a place of protection. Good people can run there and be safe. See, good people. And you got a lot of people right now thinking, you know, sowing all kind of division and animosity and hatred and call themselves Christians. Man, God ain't answering your prayer. God, you know, you're gonna be like when the disciples came and told Jesus, you know, these people was using your name. Man, I don't know you, but Lord, I was using. I don't know you, and isn't that it will be a frightening thing, man? You get before the Lord, and He tell you, "Hey, who is that? I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't honor the work that you've done. I don't honor that." And see, and we don't pay attention to the little simple things, man, that can be an obstruction for us because we're so caught up in our feelings. Okay, we too busy trying to impress, and you got a lot of Christians right now who are running around just trying to be impressive. I remember back maybe in January, they had these pastors. I've seen them in Lafayette Park, but since they're redoing the park, we all was in the same place. And I'm sitting there playing my music, and this one pastor come around and said, "I got a group coming here. Can you turn your music off when we doing a program?" And drop $20 in the bucket. And then one of these other perpetrators come up and tell me, "Excuse me, sir, but we getting ready to have a program, and do you mind turning your music off?" And one of the ladies that was with him talking about, "And you're welcome to join us." I said, "What? I've been here 6 years. What are you talking about? I'm welcome to join you." Man, in fact, no is the answer. And then the preacher that came up and well, I put $20 in the bucket. Man, I opened the bucket up and gave it back to him. I said, "Man, take your money. I don't want your money. Don't want it." And I got on the microphone and I said, "See, this is what's wrong. It was about at least 15 preachers. All of them in their robes and got their scarves around their neck and, looking pompous and pious." And I said, "This is what's wrong with them. Look, you got more preachers over there than you do people. All them pastors, you mean tell me their congregation can't come out and support them?" I said, "This is what's wrong with the body of Christ right here. This is I'm on the microphone. Yeah, I'm talking about it," and still played my music. Because all y'all want to do is impress each other. You ain't interested in doing God. Man, y'all down there trying to impress each other. How eloquent. You can say what you're going to say. And then a little girl was standing over by the fence, and she said, well, I ain't with them, but I'm here to sing a song. Can you? No. No, no, I'm not. You sing your song, you with them. Yes, you are. You with them. But they down there trying to impress each other, man. I ain't got time for that. Verse 11. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, and like a high wall in his own esteem. The Message Bible say the rich think their wealth protects them. They imagine themselves safe behind it, and not knowing the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. See, all of these people coming up here and talking about Jesus to you, man, before Jesus come back, there's going to be a wealth transfer. Okay? The wealth of the sinners is laid up for the just. And the first shall be last, and the last shall be first before Jesus come back. Yeah, he say there'll be wars and rumors of wars. But I'm telling you right now, in the way situations are going, man, if you live in a good lifestyle, you got a place of refuge. God gonna protect you. It's that sinner man that's gonna be left out in the storm. That deceiver, that wolf in sheep clothing, that's the one that's gonna be left out in the storm. Not the righteous one. And that's why you have to be careful, man, how you treat people. Okay? Verse 12. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty, and before honor is humility. We just went to, I'm gonna give you that definition again. Hold on. Let me give you that definition again of haughty, so you can see what it means. Wait a minute. Haughty, an attitude of arrogant superiority, disdain, or scornful pride, where a person acts as if they're better than others. That's a haughty spirit. When you walking around cocky, like you it and a bowl of grits, man, you setting yourself up for a fall. And right now, look at some of these people in this administration, and you will see, listen, they act as if they are better than others. Okay? It says, before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty, and before honor is humility. God ain't gonna, God, a superior, arrogant, rude person, God ain't gonna honor that. God, I don't care how much you pray and confess it, God ain't gonna honor that. And seeing you got a lot of people running around here right now, living any kind of way they want to, and be the first thing, well, God, praise the Lord. God ain't nowhere near you. Don't even know you. But you using the name of God to be impressive, to your fellow man. Verse 12 in the Message Bible, it says, pride first, then the crash. But humility is a precursor to honor. Man, when you're humble, you don't look down on people. When you're humble. You ain't better than nobody when you're humble. I don't care who they are. You're going to treat them with some dignity and respect when you're humble. And right now, you got a whole lot of people, as my grandmama would say, picking in high cotton. Okay? When you're picking high cotton, man, you ain't got to bend over. I done picked cotton in my lifetime. In fact, that's what broke me out of that kind of work. This is no lie, man. I'm talking about 16, 17, 18 years old, and every morning about 3 o'clock, we got to get up and go catch this truck and ride about 3 hours. It's dark when we leave home, and by the time we get where we going, the sun is coming up. And boy, you get on the road, you don't even see the end of. Cotton, watermelons, peaches, green beans, greens, all of it. Okay, that is some intensive labor. And when it came to the cotton, boy, you got to have some gloves on your. Let me show you. I had a pair of gloves. You got to have some gloves on with just the tip of your fingers out. And because they got them briars, man, I mean, it's your hands be messed up because that cotton has briars. Shoot, man, I'd be putting sticks, dirt, everything, and they pay you by the pound. When you're picking cotton, they give you this long sack, boy, that you dragging. And you got to fill it up with cotton. And man, them old folk, boy, could pick some cotton. I ain't lying. You look up at them, and they way that 20, 30 yards ahead of you, picking that cotton. And at the end of the day, you get paid by the pound. And I came home, I told my grandmama, I said, Makora, I'm sorry, but I ain't cut out for this. I can't do this no more. I'm not cut out for this kind of work. And she looked at me, and my grandmama dipped snuff. But she spit snuff out. God damn it, you gonna do something. You getting up out of here. I was 18. You getting up out of here. Shoot, I went over in Birmingham, man, got me an orderly job. That was my first job because I ain't want to go to the field no more. I was an orderly in the hospital. Was my first job because I ain't want to. And see, either in the South, it's either the steel mill or the coal mine. Them were the two best jobs, or the railroad, that you could find. You either gonna work for the railroad, in the steel mill, or in the coal mine. And I wasn't going underground for nobody. I'm standing up on, if some stuff jump off, I want to be able to run. Okay? I ain't going down underground. Not me. And my grandfather retired from the coal mine, and took him years to get his black lung money. Took him years to get his black lung money. It did. No, that hard labor. No. My grandma, you gonna do something. You getting your ass up out of here. You better go find a job. And that's what I did. Sure did. I know I got some crazy stories. I know, but see, if people trying to, if people have to use somebody else's life to as an example, all they trying to do is get your money. If they can't share with you situations in their lives, what you talking about? They always got to tell you how somebody else did it. They just try and get your attention and your money. Okay? Verse 13. He who answers a matter before he hears it is folly and shame to him. He who answers a matter before he hears it is folly and shame to him. And this is the example of that. You ever be talking to somebody and they try to tell you what you talking about, always interrupting you like they know what you getting ready to say? Irritating. You ever talk to somebody like that? You trying to tell them a story? Yeah, and I bet you so and so and so this happened. And they just get you all out of your flow. See, he who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. In the Message Bible, it says answering before listening is both stupid and rude. And you got a lot of people right now. You can be talking to them and they gonna tell you what you getting ready to say. Irritating. Irritating. They won't listen to the story. They be trying to tell you what you trying to say. Verse 14. The spirit of a man will sustain him in sickness, but who can bear a broken spirit? See, the spirit of a man will sustain him in sickness because he ain't dwelling on negativity. He ain't rehashing a situation. He ain't holding on to unforgiveness. See, but who can bear a broken spirit? Man, a broken spirit ain't got no hope. Man, in fact, a lot of these homeless people that you walk by right now, spirits are broken. They broken because they done gave up. They done threw in the towel. And they'll just accept whatever comes. That's what they gonna accept. Because their spirit been broken. And believe it or not, man, there are a lot of people out here who will try to break your spirit to make you give up, to make you quit, throw in the towel. Okay? The Message Bible says a healthy spirit conquers adversity. But what can you do when the spirit is crushed? You crush somebody's spirit, man, they done. And you and believe it or not, man, you have a lot of parents who crush their children's spirit. That's why they don't have no hope. They just go along to get along. A lot of these young kids out here, you see, with all this negativity, with the violence and the crime, man, they got broken spirits. They got broken spirits. because they don't see nothing good working. All they see is negativity working. That's a broken spirit when you ain't got no hope. Verse 15, the heart of the prudent acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. See, when you wise, man, you gonna be trying to figure out how to do some stuff. When you run into a situation, some adversity, you don't panic. You try. Okay, well, let me try this answer. You constantly trying to do something to make it work. That's a wise person. Verse in the Message Bible, it says, wise men and women are always learning, always listening for fresh insights. A wise men and women are always learning, always listening for fresh insight. They ain't got time for the drama. They ain't worried about I see a lot of people online talking about this guy, this rapper that the police are so, man, you ain't, what, why are you wasting your time following that crap? That's some time that you could be working on yourself. That's what that is. And unfortunately, the one person most folk don't want to be with is themselves. They'd rather be occupied by anything else but themselves. And that's a sad reality. Verse 16, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. A man's gift, what you good at, what you are good at. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't even know what they good at. Because for them, it's just all about survival. That's for the average person. It's all about, man, keeping your head above water. You don't never entertain, man, what's my gift? What I'm good at? I mean, think about it. When is the last time you've asked yourself, what am I really good at? And what you're good at, see, this is what coming from the South, this is what I learned about DC. In DC, man, you got people that will pay you to do stuff they just too lazy to do. I'm serious. In DC, man, you got people that will pay you to do what they just too lazy to do. And unfortunately, a lot of y'all haven't found what people are lazy at, and that's where you need to be focusing. Because all y'all got some gifts that somebody too lazy to do, but you've never tried to define that. In the Message Bible, it says a gift gets attention. It buys the attention of eminent people. When you're good at something, you're going to get some attention. Shoot, throw down in that kitchen. Throw down in that kitchen and see if you don't get somebody's attention. I'm telling you, you're going to get somebody's attention. All you got to do is be on your craft. But most folk don't want to take that risk. Verse 17, The first one to plead his cause seems right until his neighbor comes and examines him. The first one to plead his cause seems right until his neighbor comes and examines him. In the Message Bible, it says the first speech in court, the first speech in a court case is always convincing until the cross-examination starts. And see, and that means, man, some people can tell you, man, this is what happened, man, having you believe in everything until you start asking questions. See, when you start asking questions, that's when the stuff starts unraveling. And unfortunately, most folk are afraid to ask questions. They are afraid to ask questions. See, in this day and time, man, you can't take nothing at face value. Oh, let me say that again. In 2026, you can't take nothing. I just saw yesterday, I was just strolling through X, and when a tweet come to me, I post it, but I saw where this black guy was making fun of Trump supporters, saying that for like a year and a half, he got about $30,000 out of them. And now that he done got the money, he was telling them how he conned them, how he fooled them. See, everybody that comes to you with a sob story ain't legit. And unfortunately, a lot of people get so caught up in do I believe in yeah, I believe in, yeah, sometimes you're destined to do some stuff. Yeah, sometimes you are. I'm an example. All my life, man, people would tell me I was gonna be a preacher. And that's it. My daddy and my mama were preachers. and everybody tell me, man, you're gonna be a preacher. Not me. I ain't getting in nobody's pulpit. And look at me now, true conductor, a messenger from God. Okay? Look, eventually, because my grandmama used to tell me, and I would tell her, I said, I'm a Cobra, man. I mean, everybody, she said, baby, when God called you, you're going to know it. Don't worry about that. When God called you, you're going to know that. Okay? So no matter how you try to run, God going to always, if he call you, he going to get you. If it's for you to do, you ain't going to be able to get away from it. And that's just reality. Unless you go out here and do something stupid and destroy yourself. In the Message Bible, I read that. The first speech in a court case is always convincing until the cross-examination starts. Verse 18, casting lot causes contentions to cease and keeps the mighty apart. In the Message Bible, it says, you may have to draw straws when faced with a tough decision. You have to choose something. When you're faced with a tough decision, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And unfortunately, you got a lot of people who call themselves Christians that are trying to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to sacrifice nothing, man. They don't want to give up nothing. And you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to sacrifice something. You gotta make a sacrifice, man. But what I can tell you, it won't be in vain. If you're doing it from your heart, God will restore everything that you think you done missed. God will restore it to you. Okay? But you're gonna have to give up something. I told y'all, man, this month, I'll be married 7 years to my wife. And in June, it will be 7 years since I've seen my wife. If my wife was still here, I'd have never discovered Truth Conductor. I would have never discovered this message right here if my wife was still here, because I wouldn't want to bring any attention to her, because 9 times out of 10, she would have overstayed her visa. And because ain't nobody said nothing, see, you get comfortable. You just get comfortable doing that. And I wouldn't want to be her looking over her shoulder. So since she ain't here, I can cut up. If I wanted to, I could be screwing out of both legs. My wife wouldn't know it. God would. And God ain't gonna bless my wrong. I can't be believing God for restoration, and I can't be faithful. And that's just the way it is. You're gonna have to sacrifice something, man. When you get out here on this road trying to be the light, you're gonna give up something. I'm telling you. Verse 19. A brother offended is harder to win than a strong city. And contentions are like are like the bars of a castle. Let me read that again. A brother offended is harder to win than a strong city. And contentions are like the bars of a castle. In the Message Bible, it says, do a favor and win the friend forever. Nothing can untie that bond. Do a favor and win the friend forever. Nothing can untie that bond. Okay? Verse 20. A man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth. From the produce of his lips, he shall be filled. Well, what's the fruit of your mouth? Your words. That's the fruit of your mouth. A man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth. And you walking around talking about, man, it's always hard for me. I don't ever get a break. Don't nothing good ever happen to me. That's the fruit of your mouth. You getting exactly what you have said. But see, being positive requires some effort to constantly keep saying what you are. Take some practice, man, because you got doubt on one shoulder and fear on this one. And both of them are talking into your ears. Both of them are talking to you. Okay? And you have to learn how to block them out. You have to learn how not to let that negativity be the default that you fall to. You. And because some of it don't happen just like this, we get discouraged. we get discouraged because the manifestation ain't like that. But what seed do you plant in the ground and the next day is growing? Think about that. What seed do you plant in the ground and the next day you see it breaking ground? It's got to germinate, man. It's going to have to die. Then it'll start growing. But most of us, boy, we want it right away. Okay? Most of us, we got, and if we don't get it, then we doubting God. We're questioning God. And that's where a lot of Christians fall short, man. They doubt God. Because they ain't seeing the results that they want to see. A man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth, from the produce of his lips, he shall be filled. And that's your words. See, a lot of y'all getting out here, joking and talking this negativity, and that's the fruit of your mouth. Trying to put other people down, talking about other people. That's the fruit of your mouth. And that's what's coming back to you. In the Message Bible, it says, words satisfy the mind as much as fruit does the stomach. Good talk is as gratifying as a good harvest. Good talk is as satisfying as a good harvest. Okay? Verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. In the Message Bible, it says, word kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. Let me read that again. Words kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. It's your choice what's coming out your mouth, your conversation every day. And seeing you can listen to a person talk and tell what kind of life they live. You can listen to them. Yeah, that's why when somebody walk up to you and say, you believe in Jesus? That's the person you keep your eyes on. Because they got an agenda. They got a straight up agenda. Because if they listen to you, they should be able to tell what your belief is. Because you're going to show it. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. Whatever's in your heart in abundance is going to come out your mouth. And see, and I'm going to show you how a lot of y'all been tricked. See, people come up there and they make a wisecrack about you or a disparaging joke about you. Oh, and first thing they're going to say, oh, I'm just kidding. Man, lighten up. It's just a joke. Whatever they said, when somebody tell you, oh, man, you can't take no joke. Lighten up. You too serious. Whatever they said before that, they meant it. They meant it. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. And a lot of people be cracking jokes on you and talking about you and try to make light of it. Oh, man, that's just a joke. Shit, it was true. It was true. And somewhere down the road, you end up finding out, man, that was true. And I know a lot of y'all, I got 6 people up in here. Somebody done experienced that. Verse 23. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't read. Oh, no, verse 22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. He who finds a wife. Ladies, you're supposed to be found. You ain't supposed to be going out here looking for no husband. That's out of order. You need to put yourself in a position to be found. Okay? But see, a lot of y'all just want to stay home. Ain't trying to go nowhere. Don't want to go to the grocery store. You use Uber Eats. Don't know what kind of person picking up your food. Man, everybody can't handle my food. I'm serious about that. Everybody ain't gonna handle my food. No, I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that. Everybody can't touch my food. You know, you and a lot of y'all don't even care. A lot of y'all don't even care about the energy that's handling your food. And you wonder why you can't enjoy it. It don't, because you don't know what kind of energy that people are putting out that's handling your food. And when they touch your food, they're gonna put that energy into your food. But you lazy. You lazy. See, I mean, it's Message Bible. Find a good spouse, you find a good life, and even more, the favor of God. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. And I'm a witness. I found my wife. I found my wife. My wife didn't find me. I found her. I was trying to, back in 2015. Now I don't do nothing on Saturdays. Saturday is my Sabbath day. I don't work. I don't go down to the White House. I don't do nothing. I don't even do my tours on Saturday. Okay. But this particular Saturday, man, I was trying to get some rest and I couldn't. I just couldn't get no rest. And I had this hotel because I had a van that I was in transportation before Uber and Lyft destroyed everything. And I just said, man, let me get up and go down to this hotel and see what's going on because I couldn't get no rest. And soon as I walked in the door, I saw this woman talking to the manager of the hotel, and he looked up and saw me and said, that's him right there. She had twisted this guy's arm to take her group somewhere, and he didn't show up. So she was asking him, who else can help us? And he was telling her about me as I walked in the door. And when I saw him point at me, I just threw my hands up and said, whatever it is, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And she came and told me what this guy had agreed to and what she was trying to do. And I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I'm not willing to do what you're asking for that price. I can't help you. And that girl balled up her fists just like this. And when I saw her fist, I said, girl, that's my grandmama's fist. I'm going to marry you. That's how I met my wife. That's a true story. That's how I met my wife. She balled up her fist. and it looked just like my grandmother's fist. And I told her, say, I'm gonna marry you. And 4 years later, we got married. I wouldn't, man, if it wasn't for that girl, I wouldn't be able to, she took a lot of stress because I don't have to worry. I don't have, I can put my head down and concentrate and not have to worry. Yeah, I miss her, man. Yeah, I do. But God gonna restore that. He gonna make that up. We gonna have some more years that's going. Verse 23. The poor man used entreaties, but the rich answers roughly. Let me look up that word entreaties. Hold on. Uh, entreaties, earnest, urgent, or emotional request, please. Sometimes that's a sob story. The poor man is going to use some sob stories that a lot of y'all done got trapped. That's why you don't trust nobody, because you've been had too many times. Okay, somebody come along and give you a sob story, and you fall for it. And I'm gonna put y'all on notice. Stuff getting ready to get haywire, and you're gonna have a lot of people that gonna fall back on sob stories that ain't true. But they know if they give you a sob story, you're more willing to fall for that than you are the truth. Let me say that again. See, poor people know they can give you a sob story that you're more likely to fall for than to try to tell you the truth. That's what they'll do. So the poor man used entreaties, but the rich answers roughly. In the Message Bible, it says, the poor speak in soft supplication. The rich bark out answers because they ain't got no compassion. That's why they rough. They ain't got no compassion. They don't care. And give you a good example of that. This dude that was this comedian, I see his face, that was hit by the Walmart truck. Uh, what's his name? Dang, out of New York. Uh, y'all know who I'm talking about. He got hit got a lot of money. Walmart truck hit him, and he and the cameras was following him. And an old friend of his, back from the day, say, hey, what's his name? God, let me find out what's his name. Let me see. Uh, okay. Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan. Cameras following it. And a friend of his say, hey, Tracy, man, I'm down on my luck. Can you help me out? And Tracy Morgan's response was, that ain't my fault. That was his response on camera. This guy said, hey man, I'm down on my luck. Can you help me out? Tracy Morgan said, that ain't my fault. You down on your luck. See, how cold and callous can you be? How cold and callous can you be? And that encounter was for a reason. That encounter was for a reason. But see, God say, man, when you help out somebody that's done you wrong, it's like pouring hot coals on their head. When you still have you can hold that against them, but you help them out, and that's like pouring hot coals on their head. For real. Verse 24. A man who has friends must show himself be friendly. But there's a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Man, I can count the friends I got on one hand. I'm telling you, I can count the friends I have at 73 on one hand that I consider a friend, that if I went to them in need, they ain't gonna tell me to come back. They ain't gonna ask me what happened. They gonna deal. Man, in fact, let me show you something. My oldest friend, hold on here, because I don't want to lose my page. My oldest friend, and see, and I told her, sign this. I want you, gave me some money. And I said, Morris, I want you to sign this envelope. And you see the date on this is 10/3/2025. And I've been through some stuff. I've been through some stuff. Okay? But you see that you see that money is still in this envelope, man. God should take that money and put it in your Bible. I don't care how, man, I done had days where I didn't know where no money was coming from. But I didn't touch it. Don't touch it. Leave it in your Bible. Leave it there. Okay? The friends I got, man, I can count on one hand. My friends. I ain't lying. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, how many friends you got, but man, I count my friends at 73. And I ain't looking for no more. At this age, shoot, I ain't looking for no more friends. I have some associates, but I ain't looking for no more friends. Man, I'm at the end of my life. I ain't This is time to enjoy. I ain't looking for nothing new. I got all the friends I want. At least you have friends. Well, they weren't your friends, Gino. When see when people show you who they are, don't be upset. They save you some energy. You ain't got to figure them out. When somebody jump up and leave you, man, they did you a favor. They did you a favor. They showed you who they were. You ain't got to waste no time trying to figure them out, because some of them gonna hang around just because. Some of them just gonna hang around. I'm serious. They just gonna hang around. So don't stop being angry at people that save you some time and show you who they are. And when they show you, believe them. They leave you, man, they're the ones lost out. Cause man, listen. I had this girl that we used to work together at McDonald's. And she's the, other than this girl that I just showed you, this other girl, man, she could call me day or night. And I get up out of my bed and go and see what she needed. And one time she was trying to get this house together. And I went over there, man. I helped her paint it. I cleaned up and everything. And for like a month, I would pick her up from her house and take her to and do this. And I mean, she could call on me anytime. I was there. And all of that work, she gave me $100. And man, that hurt my feelings. And I came home and I had a dream. And the Lord showed me that she was using me because she felt like I rejected her. I didn't want to be in a relationship with her. She didn't count my friendship. And I told her, I said, you know what? Out of all these years, man, I've been here for you, and you've been holding on to the fact that we were not in a relationship. And if I was in a relationship with you, I wouldn't even be speaking to your ass. But I tried to be your friend, and you took me for granted. Don't ever call me no more. I'm serious. And that was like 40 something years. That woman could pick up the phone. Hey, Don, what you doing? I need your help. And I would drop what I'm doing and go see what she needed. And she didn't even appreciate it. And when I told her that, she couldn't even deny it. Didn't even say, man, what you talking about? No. She couldn't even deny it because the Lord showed me. She wanted to be in a relationship with you, and she just used you. That's all she was doing. And lost the best person that, I mean, anytime she could pick, anytime she could pick up the phone, say, man, come on, I need you. Any time of day. And I get up out of my bed. Sure will. Yes, indeed. Okay. That's it, y'all, for chapter 18. Hope you got some insight out of this. Uh, you know, this, like I said, man, I just try to relate to some experiences in my life, what I've been through. I don't have to talk about nobody. Boy, I gotta know stories. I got some stories, buddy. I ain't lying. I need to put this stuff down on paper. I got some stories, man. I ain't lying. I got some stories. Yes, I do. But God is good and God is faithful. I I can say that. I'm a witness, man. God is faithful. Okay? And like this situation I'm going through with this police officer. So normally I would be at the White House, man, getting donations to keep my head above water. And since this guy done tied me up, man, I ain't missed a beat. I, I, you know, God will send somebody and bless me. Out of the blue, man. God will send somebody, then bless me. Everett will send me some money. Laura will send me some money. Bernie will send me some money. Tanya will send me some money. Sure would. I ain't lying. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And see, when you out doing what God wants you to do, He gonna make a way for you. That's guaranteed. He gonna make a way. And you can't worry about how He gonna do it, who gonna do it, and none of that. Man, just believe God gonna bless you. Just believe. I was on here last Saturday, and Bernie came up in here. He's the reason I started back doing, these proverbs, because he said, hey TC, I want you to could you start back Saturday in Proverbs? And I said, yeah. And then the Lord said, just do it every day. Because you don't know what people might be going through on a given day. Saturday is once a week. Just do it every day. And you're going to be helping somebody every day. And that's what I did. And that boy dropped a bag full of money on me. He sure did. All you young fellas, man, if y'all haven't followed Everett Overton, you need to. Because he's dropping, man, he dropped videos. He dropped videos. Like one day he dropped 10 videos. Like these are the 10 videos that he dropped. The simple things can change your life today. Never be a woman's second choice. 10 things women do if they're really into you. Never be with a woman that doesn't pray. let me let y'all hear that.
You should ever marry is the woman who put in the work prior to meeting you, not once meeting you. And do not be with a woman who does not pray. Do not. A woman who doesn't confidently speak about her prayer life. She is it. Do not be with her. I'm sorry. If you're with a woman who doesn't pray, doesn't go higher, doesn't think outside of the physical, she is not prepared for life. And she is not prepared for you.
I'm telling y'all, you young fellas, man, y'all need to go check that brother out. Okay? Go check him out. Another thing, 10 signs you're waking up from the beat.
10 signs, sure signs that you're waking up from your own bullshit and from the world's bullshit. Number one, you consume less. You don't need to support that persona as much as you used to. Okay? Simple things become attractive. Okay? You don't need as much as you used to need. Number two, you will be less attractive and people will notice. They may say something like, hey, is everything okay? I think we're number three. You don't need to be happy.
Fellas, go check Everett out. I'm telling you, all you young brothers, and look, and if you're sensitive, don't go up in there because you might get your feelings hurt. If you a sensitive man, you operating with some little dick energy, he ain't the man for you, because you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Okay, you go up in there sensitive, acting like you feminine, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Okay, but check that brother out, man. He following. Everett. Matter of fact, let me put who I'm talking about. Okay, hold on. Let me show you who I'm talking about. Matter of fact, hold on a second here. Man, if it wasn't for this brother, I don't know. I, he's God sent. He's God sent, because when I started having some issues that I was going, man, this brother out of nowhere sent me some money. I didn't know him from Adam, and he said, "Hey, True, go and go take care of this, man." And even sometimes now, he'll come up and say, man, look, check out your Venmo. Like Cash App was uh, uh, deactivated my account and wouldn't even tell me why. They said I violated uh, some kind of. They say I violated some kind of terms, but they never would tell me what my violation was. So I just said, that's him right here, y'all. This man, you young brothers, man, check that brother out. Check him out. Check him out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. But don't go up in there sensitive. Now, I'm warning you. Do not go up in there sensitive. Because if you do, you're going to get your feelings hurt. And some of you ladies might need to see about what kind of game he's spitting. All right. And subscribe to him, man. Subscribe to him. I'm telling you. You won't regret it. You will not regret it, because he do be putting down some game, boy. I mean, seriously. I told you, he just dropped he dropped videos every day. Every day he dropped some videos, man. Every day. And sometimes, he'll go live. But every day he's dropping some life-saving advice for men about women. Life-saving advice for men about women. Check that brother out, man. He's a good brother. Okay? He's a good brother, and he's a great supporter of mine. Check him out. All right? That's it, y'all. So tomorrow, I'll be back again, 8 o'clock, today in Proverbs. Okay? I'll be back. So, man, hope any questions? I forgot to ask. Anybody got any questions? If you got some questions, I'll be happy to try to. Thank you, Gino. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining me today, too. Okay? Anybody got any questions? I'll be about something we talked about, some life, whatever. You got some questions? Don't come up in here with no crap. This been a good evening. I ain't even had the trolls tonight. You notice that? Man, I haven't even had to fight off the trolls tonight. So thank God for that, boy. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to try to answer them for you. If not, then hey, man, same time tomorrow night, I will be back. So questions going once, questions going twice, questions. I'm